Today we're going to talk about what a main idea is. Now, main ideas are going to be important for you in your reading, as it will help you navigate each chapter that you're reading to find out the main points that the author is trying to make and how they are supported. So if you understand paragraph structure, you stand a better chance of understanding all of the information that the author is trying to provide for you. And there's times in your life when your instructor will have you read a paragraph or a passage or a chapter or a section and then ask you the all-important question, bam, what is the main idea? And the first thing you should know that in order to be called a paragraph, each paragraph needs to be about one topic. I think we've learned this in our English classes, that each paragraph needs to have one topic and it should be well supported. So hopefully our authors will do that for us in our text. So in general, ask yourself, who or what is this paragraph about? So if you're reading about meiosis and mitosis, then you'll probably need to distinguish between the two. Here's the paragraph we're going to be looking at for the rest of this presentation. And you can see pets are often an important part of people's lives. Different types of animals can be pets, ranging from reptiles to horses. And then, of course, one of the most common pets is a dog, and they serve a variety of purposes for humankind. One way dogs serve humans is they are great just for companionship, and many an only child has bonded with Fido, thus having a willing and loyal friend to play with on a daily basis. Additionally, dogs have served humans as work animals, corralling sheep, conquering rats, and guarding the homestead. Finally, dogs also assist people, for example, by leading the blind, alerting the deaf, and alerting epileptics of impending seizures. So if I were to ask you about the paragraph there, you'd tell me that the paragraph is about dogs. Now, some of us might have been confused because we could have thought it was about pets, or we could have thought it was about a variety of pets. Yay, that is good. So let's look at the paragraph again to see how we may have been confused. See, it starts off with pets are often an important part of people's lives. Many of us love it when the main idea of a paragraph is the first sentence, and a lot of times people would read this and then immediately tell me that this was about pets because they chose not to read on. Right? There we have it. Pets are often an important part of people's lives. Is this what the whole paragraph is about? No. Pets are important, but not in this paragraph. So the answer is no. Okay, that can't be the main idea, so we're going to look at the next sentence. It says different types of animals can be pets, ranging from reptiles to horses. So whether you have a pet iguana, mule, sheep, or tortoise, indeed that can be it, but the paragraph is not about pets ranging from reptiles to horses, so the answer is no. Now we'll look at the next sentence. One of the most common pets is a dog. Alright? Is the whole paragraph about how common dogs are? And dogs may or may not be common, but no, that is not what this paragraph is about. But the next sentence, dogs serve a variety of purposes for humankind. Ding, 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 ding. Does the paragraph tell us about the different purposes dogs serve for humankind? Yes, yes, and yes. So because the paragraph is telling us about the variety of purposes dogs serve for humankind, that is the main idea. So we're going to look at the rest of the paragraph because this should be the supporting details that tell us about the dogs. All right, one way they serve is they are great for companionship. Additionally, dogs have served humans as work animals. And finally, they assist people. Notice the transition words we have here. One way, additionally, and finally. These all tell you that more points are coming up. Right? You probably notice the rest of the paragraph gives specific information, and so it's going to be a good supporting detail. These are called supporting details because they support or prove the main idea. So now, in critically analyzing it, let's see how the paragraph is organized. So we have the main idea, one way they serve, additionally, and finally they assist people. So here's our skeleton of the paragraph as it's broken down. These are the most important items that are presented in there. So they serve humans as companions, work animals, and as assistants. And there it is again, and again, and again. And you notice the main idea is supported by 3 points. And if you want to look, you could go back, but we aren't going to go back. These are called major supporting details because They are the major details that support the main idea. So if you have major supporting details, you're also going to have minor supporting details. The minor supporting details are going to support the major supporting details, which support the main idea. So what we're doing is we're breaking down paragraphs. We're saying we have main idea, major supporting details, minor supporting details. And the amount of major and minor details depends on how much you have to say, or the author has to say, about the subject. Much the same way as in your English class. Okay, so here's our main idea. Now let's break it down into our major supporting details. We have 1, 2, and 3. One way they serve humans is they are great for companionship. They serve humans as work animals, and they assist people. So here we have main idea, major supporting detail 1, major supporting detail 2, and major supporting detail 3. All right. But is that all necessary? Literally, if you wrote that paragraph, it would be a wonderful paragraph. It'd be grammatically correct. You'd have 3 supporting details, but you'd see it's kind of like the chicken without, it's like the bone without the chicken on it, right? Some people like a big succulent piece of chicken. This is a little scrawny, bony piece of chicken here as it's presented. It's kind of short, and if you wrote this for English class, your instructor would probably say, I want more detail, even though you've given a point and 3 major supporting details. All right, so we'll look at the minor supporting details. Here are the major supporting details once again, the major supporting details, and now we're going to look at the minor. If I said to you, hey, you know dogs serve a variety of purposes for humankind, you'd probably be saying, I wonder what are these purposes? And so the major supporting details answer the question. Bam. Great for companionship, serve as work animals, and they assist people. Friends, workers, assistants. Good. But then you'd ask yourself probably, how are they great for companionship? How do they serve as work animals? And how do they assist people? And the minor supporting details are going to answer this. Okay, so here's our major supporting detail, and now minor. Only child has bonded with Fido. Willing friend to play with on a daily basis. They've served as work animals, major supporting detail. And what do? Minor supporting detail. Corral sheep, conquer rats, and guard the homestead. Dachshunds were made for conquering rats back in the old days. And guarding the homestead, I have a miniature poodle who does not let anything come within 25 feet of our house before she goes bonkers. And the third major supporting detail, they assist people, lead the blind, alerting the deaf, and alerting epileptics of impending seizures. I think we've all seen the work animals and know how hard they work. All right, so we're going to look at it again. Here's the main idea. Now here's our major supporting details, right? And then our minor supporting details. All right, notice that the major supporting details are supported by this minor supporting detail. Or here's our major supporting detail number 2, supported by these minor details, 3 and 3. So if you break it down, main idea, major, minor, major, minor, major, minor. All of these help us understand the paragraph just a little bit more. And there we have it. Okay, now one of the things that we'll look at is this idea of the lottery. It says this is something for us to examine. The morning of June 27th was clear and sunny with the fresh warmth of a full summer day. The flowers were blossoming profusely and the grass was richly green. The people of the village began to gather in the square between the post office and the bank around 10 o'clock. In some towns there were so many people that the lottery took 2 days and had to be started on June the 2nd. But in this village, where there were only about 300 people, the whole lottery took less than 2 hours, so it could begin at 10 o'clock in the morning and still be through in time to allow the villagers to get home for noon dinner. I'm going to ask you to just look at this, think about it, and if you wanted to, you could tell me what the main idea is. You could write it down and then write the supporting details. It's a good exercise for you to do. Okay? And so, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, email me, call me, send me a carrier pigeon. I appreciate them all. That was wonderful. Have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.